Do women really ever come together? Maybe coming together is about realizing that one is better than others, better off, better looking, better loved. Thinking to Sunday about cultural differences has reminded me of how I behaved with my fellow Venezuelan women. I remember my cousin who went to an all girls school and how she used to divide girls into two groups, the nerds and the wontons. I felt it wasn't that simple, but it seems that there were issues in all girls schools that were never raised in coeducation. We had other topics to discuss as we stood up in all girl clusters at my mixed school. If I had to choose between being nerd or wanton, I would obviously fall into the former category. I hated skirts from a short age and I felt more comfortable in trousers during playtime. Since I wore spectacles from the age of 5, I never saw myself as a girly girl. I used to find it simpler to communicate with boys, so I stuck to them. Certain questions some girls came up with used to catch me completely off guard. As an adult, I remember meeting a family of 3 daughters in Sydney, and one of the young ladies asked in a playful way that reminded me of my cousin's all-girls school style, "What's your favorite lipstick brand?" It caught me so much by surprise that a professional young woman would present a question like that. I didn't know what to say and couldn't even remember what brands of lipstick I used. It wasn't an issue to me. I grew up with many more interests beside beauty products, and so I wasn't acquainted with what most of my fellow girls were talking about. I suppose they trusted me as little as I trusted them. Maybe we just didn't know much about each other, and that led to an invisible barrier. Ignorance can really separate fellow humans from each other. Until my mid-30s, I didn't have the chance to belong in any woman's kind of group. My friends were usually 50% from each gender, until I was adopted by the most loving bunch of ladies I ever met. In spite of being 20 years older than me, they were very active physically and mentally, and supported each other during difficult times. I was far away from home, and they invited me to join their Monday tennis sessions. They were the best Monday mornings in my life for as long as they lasted. There was no competition, no jealousy, but pure friendship and support. Such cathartic kinds of meetings amongst women are a true blessing and something to treasure forever in your spirit. Until this day, now many of them are gone from this dimension. When I relive the pleasure of their company, I feel whole. Clara Diaz Ruzoglu, Thinking to Us in 2055.